Hey everyone, how's it going? So today we're in the garage with the 8.8cm Pack 43 Jagdtiger, the T-Rate Premium Tank Destroyer. Right now it's on sale for the price of $8,500 gold. Otherwise 10,000 gold without the 15% off of the winter sale right now, kind of. So there's also where it sits on the tech tree. Coming in with the other T-Rate tanks there and there. It would be a lie to say this thing is average or even good. This thing is outstanding. It's outstanding from the first time you get it, even with a 50% crew like I did, and it's outstanding. It's more outstanding now. Let's run down through the left to right, starting with all the equipment, going with the modules that I have installed, ammunition, and the kind of things you should take with you into battle. So the first thing is you get a 88mm Pack 43 L71 cannon. Standard, it has 11.11 shots a minute. Has 203 frontal penetration, 237 side, and 44, and you know, it's good. Average damage is 240, 240, and 295 from the rear, so almost doing 300 damage from the rear. Mostly you're going to be seeing these numbers since this tank is really, really slow, and you're not going to be able to get behind someone unless they're really incompetent. Depression is absolutely ridiculous, coming out in 0.31, which is insane. You barely miss any shot, I'll just tell you right now. Aiming time is a ridiculous 2 seconds, and the weight of the gun doesn't really matter, coming in at 2,562 kilograms. So there's that. We have the, it doesn't have a turret, of course, since it's a mounted on, so it doesn't have a turret. But the engine is a 700 horsepower Maybach LH HL 230 P30, 1,200 kilograms. There's that. The tracks, you know, standard 74-ton low limit, which is ridiculous. And the radio is a tier 6. Probably the only thing that holds this thing back, other than its speed. Not a great signal range, but that doesn't really matter. What I have fitted is a large caliber tank unrammer, a binocular telescope, because I do like to hide in the bushes and snipe with this tank, and this increases the firing rate of the gun. And then I have +5 improved skill crew or improved ventilation. Usually I like to carry 58 standard rounds, 0 composite, and 10 high explosive, but it's up to you. And I usually carry a large first aid kit, not that you'll need it, because I don't even think I've had a scenario where a crew member gets damaged, but you will need a small repair kit, and if I have them, I put a large repair kit on if I have them, but I don't. So that's what I have running on my tank at the moment. I'll just tell you right now, this thing, as it sits in my garage, has a 4.62 shots per shots, you know, it has a shot every 4.62 seconds, which is ridiculous for doing 240 damage. My crew's not fully upgraded either, so that will go down with time. For the crew, I suggest getting, once you do reach a level where you can access these skill points, I suggest going with Mentor on the commander, considering the way I like to play it. I like to sit in bushes and kind of camp and wait. For the for the gunner, I suggest going with, once you can, probably the Deadeye. You're probably going to want that just to increase the chances of causing damage to enemy vehicles and crew. You don't really need that. That's completely pointless. If you get that, you're a moron. That's okay, but your gun doesn't really get damaged that much. Either this or that. Either a designated target or a Deadeye would be the best for your gunner. For the driver, I suggest, since you're not going to be moving around that much the way you play it or the way I play it, I would probably have either reduced chances of engine fire, but this thing doesn't really get engine fires. Vehicle traverse speed might be good. That might be something you want to get. I would say either vehicle traverse speed or camouflage, or repairs, honestly. For the radio operator, you might want to go with the improved visible range. There it is, extends view range. I think that's probably what I would go with, or what I will go with. Next, for your, I don't even know who this is, loader. I'm trying to read and tell you guys at the same time. My mic is the other way. This thing does get ammo racked, but not to the point it explodes, to the point it gets damaged. So it doesn't do it a lot, but safe stowage might be a good idea. Otherwise, go with camouflage or repairs. Radio operator, loader, and finally the second loader. Don't pick what the first one has. So if you picked safe stowage, don't pick it again. Pick either camouflage or repairs. Otherwise, I don't think adrenaline rush is such a good idea, unless you're, if you have less than 10% on your vehicle, you're doing something wrong. But remember, 10% of whatever total amount of hit points this tank has, which is 1,300. That's still a large remainder of health. Maybe not in tier 8 battles or tier 9 battles. So I really don't know. It's up to you. Repairs or the other one that I was just talking about. Another thing is this thing does get premium matchmaking, so tier 9 is the highest you will see, which is really good, since tier 10s are not the funnest tanks to play with. So, next, what can I tell you about this tank? For some reason, below this, if you kind of look at where these two cylinder bolts collide, below that you will get penetrated like you wouldn't believe, especially right here in the underglacius of the tank. This is also a weak point. These two are weak points right there. The sides, if you have the sides pointed toward the enemy, you're doing something wrong, because you will get penetrated even by a chaffee. It is not that great. All the armor is in front for a reason. Has 80 millimeters on the side and has 250 up front, so that is pretty ridiculous. And it's not 250 everywhere. It's 250 here, more than 250 there. Plus, they're not going to penetrate because it's rounded. Above here, it's 250. Below, it's less than 250. If you can, kind of angle it this way and point your gun toward the direction of my camera now to increase even more, to increase your kind of protection. If they get around the sides or the back of you, you're pretty much done, because the tank traverses at a weasel rate of 22 degrees a second, which is absolutely horrible. Compared to other tier 8 premiums, there is no other tier 8 tank destroyer from what I'm aware of. I'm going to do one final check. Yep, that's not it. Is it T-32 there? Yep, that's not the tank destroyer. Nope, not for the British. There's that. Definitely not for France. Russia does not have a tier 8 tank destroyer. And yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, it's the only tier 8 premium tank destroyer that is in the game currently. So there's that. I think I've said all that needs to be said. I think that all that's left is the replays, so let's go check them out. I will be back in a second, so stick around. Hey everyone, so we're back on the map Edinburgh, the same map where I got Jagdtiger 2 good game on. So go check out that video if you haven't already. Link will be in the description, or there'll be an annotation in this part for the next remainder of the battle timer. This is probably, let me just lower the volume. This is probably one of my first games in this tank. I think it's maybe my fourth, as I remember. I don't know how to play this tank yet. At this point, I do now, but probably what I would have done is head over to the right side, but I'm going to the left now. And as you can see, we're moving about 20 kilometers. Its top speed's about 26 on flat ground, maybe 30 going down a hill. I didn't really check. But So speed is not a strong point, so you want to make sure you're going to the right position where you want to stay or push up, because you won't get a second chance heading over to a position where... What is it? Free camera, fixed camera. I'm going to keep it on fixed camera just so you guys can see what I'm aiming at and everything. As I was saying before, make sure you're in the right position, because you won't be given a second chance to head over to support your team or anything. So hopefully your team is as competent as most of mine were. I have a pretty good win-loss ratio in this thing, surprisingly, because I'm not that great of a World of Tanks player. I'm pretty average. So now I'll try to get into the game a bit. The LTTB, you're not going to see him right now. In fact, I'm not even going to get any shots on him because he's just scouting for the people located where I'm pointing my gun now, on top of him. I do think they see me, but I think they're smart enough not to engage my 250 millimeters of armor. From this distance, they won't pen. As I was saying, they're not going to pen, and they never will. I believe that's the A43 shooting at me, and he's sitting there, so I'm getting a good shots at him right now. And he's I think I eliminated his engine, because if he was at all competent, he would have moved, and that's my first kill. Next, we move on to a T69, and this guy, you'll notice I keep shooting, just because I don't really know why I kept shooting, but if you take a look at the battle messages, there it is. I killed the T69. I guess I blew off his tracks or something, or I'm just gonna, for his sake, I'm just gonna say I blew off his tracks or damaged his engine, because, just for, just to keep his credibility high. The Tiger one is pushing up on the right side of our flank to get around us, but he's not going to do that because we have a lot of good tanks in the area. The T-32's pretty low on health. The IS has taken a few hits, but the T-52 is holding the Tiger back so that the other Tiger on our team can get a good 88 shots on him. So I'm starting to move up to the hill here, and as you can see, I'm kind of being left behind, and you guys should get used to that if you're planning on buying this tank, because you will get left behind quite a bit. T25AT, not sure what he's doing, but I totally ignore the T29 and try to go for the kills at this point. It looked like he was about to suicide, but I get the final blow on him. He's being pushed into the water by the IS. So now we're starting to move up the hill and flanking around, because this is a capture. We have to capture the point to win or eliminate the enemy tanks. So as you can see, I'm going 6 kilometers up a hill. Get used to that. It's about the fastest you go up hills. The T-29 made a smart decision to retreat as he's being rushed by 3 different tanks. He starts retreating toward Artie, so he can defend him. So he can defend the Artie, and the Artie can protect him. There he is, bouncing off my front. Don't know how I didn't penetrate that. He was hold down. The angle was flat, but I do penetrate here. That Tiger takes huge hits right there, and I think the T-37 is going to finish him off sooner or later. If you look on the left, so I'm definitely letting the T-37 finish him off right there. And now we're starting to advance toward the actual capture point. I missed a shot on the Tiger here. Unfortunately, he was angled really well against me, and there was nothing else but to bounce. And I'm moving up closer so I can spot that ISU again. That was coming back to the cap. And our IS is telling us to cap because, as you can see, there's a light tank about to kill off our artillery, and he's going to start flanking around us. I'm guessing because they lost the 0 line. So the Panther is destroyed by the M44, but our IS destroys their M44, which is good. There's the ISU that we saw earlier in the battle. I'm attempting to get set on that KV4 because he's going to be the real threat coming up. You'll see what I mean. Excuse me, my voice. IS-2 is taking multiple hits from the IS the ISU 152 is taking multiple hits from the IS and the T-52-2. I'm trying to get a view of him, and I don't know where that shot goes. Unfortunately, I miss. But it's very weird. You can't see, but I'm aiming at him right now. I'm just trying to get a good angle. There he is. I missed that shot, so I'm trying to get in better position. I'm trying to guard this IS from dying because he has most of our capture points at this point. The KV-4 is coming. Unfortunately, I do bounce that shot and can't reload fast enough to stop the IS-2 from destroying our IS, which resets the cap soon. I get a good hit on the T-30 on the KV-4 there for 237 hit points, but he does turn toward me, angling his armor quite effectively. But then he completely starts ignoring me, and I was able to, someone's able to track him on. I'm able to finish him off right here. So now it's me and the ISU here. I finish him off there. 5th kill. You have 2 tanks left in the middle. You can see him directly in the middle. I'm telling people to cap because I'm trying to guard them. I have the most health while people cap, and I also want to get Top Gun. I noticed I have 5 kills at this point, and I'm itching for that moment where I can screw up the Panther. You'll see that eventually. There I'm telling in the chat to cap, I'll cover. There's a T-32. Can't get a good shot at him. Unfortunately, I hit the side of the building. It was honestly harder to miss than to hit him. Get a good hit there for 240. And I don't know why I don't pen here. It's his front. I don't understand either. He backs up. He's trying to kill me. I'm trying to kill him. I can't penetrate for some reason. Even with 203mm penetration. Don't know how I didn't penetrate there. And he's killed off by the T-29. Now we're just looking for the Panther 2. I'm about to tell the T-29 to back off because the Panther 2 is a really good player. And he knows what he's doing if he survived this far. There, I'm telling Eternal Warrior to fall back because he is about to get killed. Even though he's side-scraping really, really well, the Panther could easily outmaneuver him and outflank him. I'm telling him to help. Come on, come here. I'm telling him to fall back. Nothing's working. He's too stubborn. And the Panther 2 flanks around him, like I said before. Gets a good hit on the Tiger. On the T-29, and then finishes off the T-29 right there. Now the Panther 2 has an objective. He's going to try to reset the cap, even with all the odds against him, even though I'm aiming at him. I take a blind shot there. Don't know if I hit him, but I keep moving. I move up to here to spot him. I take his tracks off right there, but he uses a repair kit, and I'm unable to shoot before that, so I line up for the next shot. He takes a hit. I give him another hit. Base is being close to capped, but I also track him right there. Base is at 96. I have to take 2 more shots. At this point, I don't think I'm going to do it, but then I pull it off seconds before the game ends right there, giving me my 6th kill and my Top Gun medal. Amazing. So, let's go check out the photos that I took of the after-game battle. I'll be right back. Please stay tuned. Alright guys, here is the final page with my medals and commendations. There's my place on the team with damage done and kills, and finally we have my profit and expenses kind of. Stay tuned because we have another replay right now. Okay everyone, so this is the second replay I have prepared for your viewing. It is a map on Sigfield, I believe Sigfield Line. Correct me if I'm wrong, probably am. Another game in the Jagdtiger. Very, very good tank. I'm loving this tank so far. This is a standard battle, so there's two capture points for each team. And you'll see where I go here because this is a far, far more experienced battle, at least from my side. This tank still has a fast reload time, I believe, but I think it's even faster in this game because this is after I've played it for quite a while. I set up in a position where it's very hard to hit me from behind unless you go through my team. That's why I did so well. I believe the final score wasn't in the kills ratio. It wasn't how many kills I got. That was the amazing thing, is how much damage I did. I believe I did somewhere in the range of 4,000 damage, at least, or almost 4,000. I'll display the tanks for you guys this time because I was told to do that. So at first I'm following this T-29 to see what he does, but we quickly get engaged in a situation where it wasn't good for me to move anywhere. So I move past him because they're starting to come up the line, and I knew I can't engage them. So this is where I start doing a lot of damage. The AR-44 was the first person who was going to engage us, but I luckily moved before that. Start setting up here, take a shot at the M41 Bulldog for 241 health. A lurver comes around the corner. Unfortunately, I did not pen the lurver, but he completely whiffed on his shot as well. IS-2 starts approaching from the left side behind the building. I back up to meet him and to block the shots from the lurver. There's the IS-2. Quickly decides that that's not the smartest thing to do. Oh, that was the IS-2. My apologies. T-150 starts to come up, and he starts getting battered with rounds. He gets obliterated when I get a second chance. So first I'm engaging this IS-2. T-34-2 is coming. Artillery is starting to fire shots. I mean, not doing that much damage. Not doing much again. I'm messing up this IS-2's day. He did not see anything coming. Another shot from artillery comes in. Same tank, the FV-304. IS-2 tries to angle his armor. Didn't work quite well. T-34-2 starting to approach. I'm taking a lot of shots from artillery. So I move, block the shot from him, see what I can do here, see if the MX-50 is worth shooting. It's not. Come back to the T-34-85-M, or M I should say. Start putting shot after shot after shot into him. A Jagdtiger, enemy Jagdtiger, starts to roll up. I need to finish off the T-34 so it doesn't get any more hits into me. He gets finished off. I start aiming at the Jagdtiger. Aim for the lower glacis of the Jagdtiger. Always aim for that. You will always penetrate. It's not that hard to... He makes it kind of difficult for me, but I still managed to find a way to penetrate him. There's another... It's shot after shot after shot with this guy. I'm not even sure he knew what was going on. And I finish him off right there. Kind of risky shot with the IS-2-152 heading over. It is now an 8-1 game, and I have done somewhere in the range of maybe 3,000 damage, and there's still one more kill to come. I do forget how it happens. This is a replay of older variety, and I'm trying to fit here to get the time difference down from just going around the building. And as you can see, I'm having trouble because it is such a large tank, but eventually I do get it to fit through. Right here, there we go. T-34-2 is messing up that T-29, getting shot after shot after shot into him. I unfortunately... Oh, I do get it. I thought I bounced it there. And I finish him off. No, I don't. Wow, I don't even know my own replay. I'm so smart. Anyway, he gets finished off. I say good game. Good game again. 2 tanks left. It was an absolute slaughterfest. I don't know what the chances of winning are, but they were pretty good. WZ-131 with the lure. Can't hit the lure. I try to get the building out of the way, but it's a solid cover. Switch my fire to the WZ-131. Get a good shot there. Pretty lucky I hit him even. Set up for another shot, and he's destroyed. The lure is the last person left, and I get a ridiculous shot between the buildings because, as I said before, I did get 3 kills this match. And that's to end the game. Now, I think in all, I will show you the total damage done. You see I said wow, because I couldn't even believe that I shot him. Stay tuned in the next few seconds because I will be showing my profit as well as accommodations and medals. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, with 114k in profit, holy shit am I ready to go again. There's my place on the team with the amount of damage I've done, an extended look at all my in-game performances, and finally my profits and expenses. Now I want to at this time thank you guys for watching, and please ask you to like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel. It helps me a lot, and I will see you guys on the next video.